This past weekend, I had the opportunity to preach at all the masses and introduce our new capital campaign, titled Arise and Build. Back in the day, the prophet Nehemiah looked at the walls of Jerusalem and they were beginning to crumble. He looked at its foundation and it was quite brittle. And he also looked at a people, tired. And yet he kept his eye on the ball. And he focused that this action would glorify God. And focused on glorifying God, Nehemiah proclaimed, "Let us arise and build. Let us put our hands to the good work." Catholic community of Pleasanton, we need to arise and we need to build, and we need to put our hands to the good work here in Pleasanton. The capital campaign has three major components. It is to build and complete Phase 2 of St. John Paul II Activity Center. It is to provide capital improvement at St. Augustine and St. Elizabeth Seton, most especially for fire protection systems at St. Augustine. Also, that we fall into compliance in the Adult Disabilities Act. There's also trip hazards down at St. Elizabeth Seton that need to be prepared. There's wiring at St. Elizabeth Seton that is exposed that needs to be cared for. All of these components demonstrate in our care that we are good stewards. And part of arising and building is to be good stewards, that we're putting our hands to the good work of stewardship. In addition, we are being asked to support the diocese in her capital campaign, the diocese who's given us so much, who's given us land to build St. Elizabeth Seton. The diocese that has loaned us money so that we can build our facilities and care for our facilities. A diocese who now asks us to support them as they provide financial resource to Catholic Charities of the East Bay. A diocese who asks us to support priest retirement. A diocese who asks us to support faith formation for people who don't have income to be able to support tuition payments. A diocese that asks us to support Catholic education and assist in tuition. A diocese who's asking us to be right stewards as we grow as the Church of Oakland. So my sisters and my brothers, between the completion of John Paul II Activity Center and between the capital improvements and the capital campaign, we are asking to raise $10 million. Sounds like a lot, I know. But if all of us, if the entire Catholic community of Pleasanton puts our hands to the good work, that is realizable. Each and every one of us need to exercise that stewardship. To that end, I'd like to invite you to a public celebration that will launch the campaign on Sunday, November 8th at 1:15 in the afternoon at St. Augustine's Hall. I look forward to seeing you there. I look forward to celebrating with you. I look forward to embracing the challenges that are in front of us. My sisters and my brothers, together, let us arise and build